Welcome to Episode 2, the XRP Early Struggles, Why Regulators and Banks Resisted 2012 to 2019. If you're a new or advanced XRP investor, you likely already know the current thesis. Today we're rewinding to 2012 to 2019 and dissecting why regulators and banks rejected XRP in its formative years. Between 2012 and 2019, XRP didn't fail because the tech was slow or the fees were high. It failed to gain institutional traction. Regulators didn't know what it was, banks didn't trust who controlled it, and insiders were visibly selling into an illiquid market. In this video, I'll walk through 3 data-driven points about XRP's early struggles. This is not financial advice. It's an analytical post-mortem of XRP's first regulatory cycle, so you can calibrate conviction. Point 1. Regulatory ambiguity. Currency, security, or something else. From day one, XRP sat in a gray zone. In 2012, Ripple received legal advice warning that XRP might be viewed as a security. That never translated into early classification. By 2015, Ripple Labs was fined $700,000 for violating the Bank Secrecy Act. That set a tone. XRP was a compliance risk. For compliance teams, the problem was straightforward. Bitcoin could be bucketed as digital gold. XRP had an identifiable company and founders. In practical terms, that ambiguity meant any bank that touched XRP in size risked retroactive enforcement. Uncertainty alone is a veto. Point 2. Token allocation, Ripple's ADB XRP, and insider selling. The second major friction point was structure. When the XRP ledger launched, 100 billion XRP were created, with 80 billion gifted to the company and 20 billion to founders. That 80% company allocation triggered 2 concerns: concentration risk and dump risk. A single company controlled the majority. Jed McCaleb, one of XRP's original architects, left to launch Stellar in 2014, a direct competitor, while controlling billions of XRP. From the outside, the optics looked like a central entity with tens of billions of tokens and a founder selling into a young market. Point 3. Why banks moved slowly on ODL and XRP integration. You still have to overcome institutional inertia. Between 2012 and 2019, most banks were not crypto-curious. They were crypto-skeptical. Adoption carried headline and regulatory risk. In practice, that produced a chicken and egg problem. Without regulatory clarity, large banks would not commit volume. Meanwhile, alternatives were emerging. Dollar-backed stablecoins and early CBDC research gave banks narratives they could control. These early struggles are not just historical trivia. They shape the risk profile you're trading today. Let's map them. The contested status led to the multi-year SEC lawsuit. That history means regulators can still revisit structures even now. Early concentration created a narrative around centralization and insider advantage that has never fully disappeared. If you're serious about XRP, your edge is not pretending this history doesn't exist. It's integrating it into your thesis. Rewrite your XRP thesis with this 2012 to 2019 context included. Define what would invalidate your thesis, not just your price target. In the next episode, we will cover how XRP went from being the bull market darling to regulatory exile between 2020 and 2022. Please like and subscribe. Be sure to drop a comment with one historical factor you think is underestimated. See you in the next episode.